Bonjour, bonsoir, buenos dias, buenas noches. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. So today, we're going to be talking about Catfish, y'all. I think it's episode 14, but I don't know. My streaming service be saying all kind of weird numbers, so I don't know. It might say 14. I don't know if it's right or not. Anyways, this is about Sebastian and Allison. Make sure y'all subscribe, okay? And, turn on your post notifications. I'm thinking about doing love and hip hop, or maybe I should do Basketball Wives. I think they just started. I gotta check it out because I haven't been watching. If the episode looks spicy, I might do it. But I think last time I started it, but nobody was watching like that. I don't want to do shows that nobody's really watching like that for real on my channel, because then it's like a waste. You know what I mean? Like, why am I doing it? Because this actually takes time and effort. But anyways, we'll see. We'll figure it out. Anyway, back to this. So this is Sebastian and Allison. Sebastian, aka DJ BAZ, okay? So he's the guy that called in, and when they asked him, about the relationship or whatever, he was saying that he doesn't really consider it a relationship for real. He considers her more to be his friend. But he wants to know, like, what's up with her, because they haven't really done, like, video chat or anything like that, and they haven't met up either. He's living with a friend right now in Englewood. Isn't that like, I think that's like a bad part of or like a hood part of California. I mean, I don't really know too much, but I heard that name there. Compton, those are like familiar hood names from my head. Anyway, so maybe that's the reason why he didn't want them to come meet up. First of all, it's his friend's place. Second of all, maybe they'll get robbed or something. So, I mean, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong about the area, though. Maybe I'm thinking about somewhere else. Anyway, so he ended up taking a train to a location to meet them. They got him set up with a place, which was cool. Probably like an Airbnb spot or whatever. The place looked really nice. Probably better than what he would have showed or whatever. So, that's awesome. So, yeah, when they picked him up and all that, and he was loving the spot. He started showing them messages and stuff like that, telling them more about her. And she's an accountant, but that was getting a little bit of red flag, because Cammy was like, the girls in the sex industry, they tend to call themselves accountants. I'm like, oh, word, I didn't know that. That's a new one. Okay. All right. How she know all this info? But anyway, so that's what she was saying. So that was a little bit of maybe, just maybe. And it was something else. Oh, when they looked through his messages and stuff like that, it was given we in a relationship, or we're talking, or it's something almost kind of serious, but he was just trying to play it off. I feel like he just didn't want to look crazy on camera talking about he in love with this person or whatever. They was literally talking about they was each other's soulmates. So how is this just your friend? They say it's just a friend, but I can be your fantasy. I remember that one from back in the days. If you're my age group, you remember. If you're younger, you might not remember. You might not know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all might, but some of y'all might not. Anyway, so yeah, say you just a friend, but look a little more than that. So they look her up, they do the normal thing that they do. They see that when they did an image search, her face did come up, but it didn't really get them nowhere for real. But her phone number did come back as the correct name, so that was kind of good. But her email came up as another name. So they're like, that might be the sex worker stuff we was talking about earlier, but we don't know yet. It just might be. And so that was something that was kind of like, So things were looking okay. Not too good, not too bad. They tell him all the stuff that they discover and stuff like that. So they said, F it, let's just go ahead and we're going to call her. So they went ahead, they called her, and at first things was getting off to a rocky start. Her quote-unquote friend was being protective over her. But then she ends up hitting them back up and telling them like, oh, I'm sorry. She apologized. and she says they can't come to Jacksonville, but when they offered for her to come, she agreed. So she was gonna come to LA. Get your free plane ride, girl. Why not? You know what? Milk this cow as much as you can. You know, she may have never went nowhere. Now you got to go somewhere. Some of these people, they might not have gone nowhere, but now they got to go somewhere. I'm sorry, my little puppy is just doing the most. Y'all want to see my little puppy? Want to see my little puppy? Come say hi, baby. Come say hi. I'm not crazy, like, playing with stuff, but she's trying to, like, knock down everything. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So she comes, they meet up with her, which was great, and boom, it was actually the real person for real. So that was actually exciting, great news. She said that she was a little subconscious or whatever because she doesn't really look like her filters, I feel, and that's the thing, like, we tend to get so caught up in this whole, like, filter world, social media world, I can't even lie, when I'm on TikTok doing my thing, Samoa's World, check me out, y'all. I be using my little filters and stuff, but it's just because I like the way it makes me look flawless. Like, right now, I ain't using no filters and nothing like that. But, yeah, but that don't mean I'm not going to meet up with somebody in real life because I'm going to beat this face if I need to. Put a little makeup on if I need to. I don't got none of that stuff on. We just natural right now. But, yeah, like, and actually she had really nice, I don't know if she had makeup on, but her skin was looking nice. She was a pretty girl at the end of the day. So it's crazy how, like, I feel like society just gets people to the point where a lot of times you just feel like you're not good enough. You know what I mean? And I feel like that was a little bit of her problem. She wasn't too low as far as her self-worth, but I could definitely see or hear from what she was saying that she can use a little bit of, a little spunk, a little spice in her noodles or whatever. So anyway, so that's that. But we could see that when she saw him, she was happy to see him, but it wasn't given, I want to jump your bones, I'm passionately in love with you, or nothing like that. Like, even when they was talking to her, she was like, we're friends. And it was like, oh. And he looked like he was surprised when she said, we're friends. Because he was like, she was talking about some soulmates before. So how is it that she's talking about we're just friends now? I'm like, bro, man, did you forget what you said in the beginning of the episode? Wasn't you the same person that said we just friends? You was the same person that said the same thing, but when the tables are turned and somebody says it now and you on the other end of the spectrum, now you like, oh nah, like, what's going on here? Now you feeling some type of way. Hey, baby. Oh my gosh. She's being wild right now. So yeah, that was a crazy thing. Like, they do something and they're like, so that's how they just say it. Stop. I'm sorry, y'all. Just being wild for some reason. Where you trying to go? So now, Allison said that she wanted to talk to Cammie, and when she talked to Cammie, she was telling her that she is not sure of his true intentions, and that's part of the problem. She's not sure if he just wants to find a place to stay, because right now he's kind of down and out, and he doesn't have a place to stay. He's staying with people. He was saying that he was possibly thinking about moving back over to the East Coast because of her. But she's like, she got 2 kids. She wants somebody who's going to be like a provider, protector, especially if she's an accountant. She making bank. You know what I'm saying? Like, she making decent money. She don't want no struggling artist. No shade, because, I ain't in the best position. I ain't trying to say, but at the end of the day, like, that's just how it is. And she pretty much said it. She's like, she wants somebody who's more stable because she does have kids that have to be taken care of. So I get it. Like, you don't want to have to be also supporting a third person. And at the end of the day, she's like, is it that he wants me or he needs me? And that's the thing. You gotta like really know, like, is this person just trying to use me for a place to stay and a good, what are you doing? Stop. And a good meal? Or is this person, are they trying to use them for a place to stay? Come here. And a good meal? Or are they really just using them to, like, you know, because they, or are they there because they actually genuinely care about them? And that's where she was kind of like struggling, is because she's like, she don't know which one it is. So that was something that she really had to like talk to him about, and that's what they pressured her and told her, like, you know, you have to be open and honest with him because your vibe is totally different right now. So she did tell him how she felt. And it's granted, I totally get it. I totally understand it. You don't want somebody, because these be the same people that when they down and out, they all for you. You know, they eating up your food. You know, he might do a little cleaning or whatever. He won't be up in her bed, you know, over here, you know, playing the role of house daddy and stuff like that. And then by the time he get on his feet, those be the ones that, I'm not going to say 100% of the time, but like 50 to 75% of the time, you know, sometimes even 80%, they be the same ones that leave you for the next one. You know what I'm saying? Because now they up. Now they feeling themselves. Now they got that money. And maybe you might have emasculated them along the way. You know what I'm saying? I know we getting real deep, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I got to decipher these things and see where it's at. So that's the whole thing with this. Like, and I feel like that was the deeper picture. That's what she was trying to show. So 2 months later, Sebastian, he actually got a plate. Well, he's with another roommate. I mean, times is hard, so I get it. And the roommate actually is a counselor. Another thing that was a problem with him was that he was suffering with depression. You know, just for the simple fact that he wasn't where he wanted to be in life. And I'm pretty sure that her saying those things didn't really help with his self-esteem, self-worth, or the depression or anxiety that he's currently suffering with. You know what I'm saying? But it had to be said because she can't dim her light in order to make him shine or in order to make him feel good. And that's good that she did speak up, because then she would have, imagine she would have moved forward. She would have been having resentment at the end of the day. So, you know, that's why it's so important for people to have good communications in anything, in friendships, relationships, families, etc. A lot of times people stifle themselves and they don't say what they got to say, but this is why it's so good to do that. It's so important. So it looks like, unfortunately, that they didn't really move forward from there. But I mean, at least he's in a better place and she's doing her thing. She's still a mom, and maybe she'll be able to find somebody that can match her flaws, somebody that, you know, she feels like she can really move forward with and can and kind of like compliment her, as opposed to her having to baby somebody, or take care of somebody. Not saying that he would have been that person, but you never know. You know what I mean? He could have been great. That could have been the light under his backside to make him move forward even faster, because he's like, I got a family to take care of. You never know. There's always two sides of a coin, you know what I mean? But she wasn't willing to take that risk. Maybe she's been there, done that, and it didn't work out for her. Maybe she ended up in that same predicament that I told you about earlier, where, you know, you came up and they came up and then they do some grimy stuff and now you just got trust issues. Who knows? She's like, I don't want somebody who needs me. And I feel like that was like I felt that in my soul when she said that. Like, I could feel that in my chest, my heart. Being an empath, I told y'all I feel emotion, so that was crazy. I definitely felt that one. But it was genuine. All right, but that's the episode, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about it down below. I'll see you guys on the next one. Laters.